You mentioned how your own vocation, by the way, was nourished by your experience of reverence and transcendence at Mass. Pope Leo has said that we need to recover in the West a sense of mystery in the liturgy. And it seems that a high percentage of the young adults who are becoming Catholic state that reverence and transcendence were real draws to the Catholic faith, which is why those who have been converting tend more towards traditional liturgical celebrations and prayer forms. So can you speak to this, not only your own experience and your vocation being nourished that way, but maybe the importance of transcendence and reverence in this overall sense of our Eucharistic identity?
Yeah, I think basically a lot of people are told that politics is the highest science and that everything kind of just becomes a matter of advocacy or protest or suasion or unmasking. It's just like we expend all of our energies in political projects. And I think people recognize that that's effectively bankrupt, that that's no way to live a life, because you're always just going to be tied up with a 4-year, 8-year, 12-year cycle being tossed this way and that endlessly until such time as you expire. So there has to be something beyond politics. And that's the promise of faith discourse. That's the promise of belief. That's the promise of faith, hope, and love. And so I think that people, when they come to the church, they often come because somebody can project that vision, because a preacher or a teacher is able to communicate something of the life beyond, not in a way that like divests us of the present experience, but in a way that situates the present experience with respect to the experience that is to come, but is already in some way mystically present now. But like when you go to church and it's clear that the point of Mass is relevance / accommodation / comfort / whatever, that has very little appeal, I think, for a lot of people, because like God didn't say, hey, I'm here to congratulate you on being swell, folks. And if we could just circle up and then exchange some high fives, I can just head back to heaven. No, it's like he came to seek and to save the lost. So we need to be able to acknowledge the fact that we are lost but for him. And so if he is going to enter our lives, while it might be of one meek and humble in heart, will nevertheless kind of occur to us by a certain violence. And it's not to say like a violence of brutality, but a violence of distinction between the here and now and the hereafter and hithertofore. And so I think that, people don't want mere like physical comfort or emotional equilibrium or psychological assurance. They want the spiritual goods. And the spiritual goods surpass us. So it stands to reason that they would register in our lives in a way that surpasses us. Even though we can't comprehend them, nevertheless, we can immerse ourselves in them. So the point isn't for it to be totally comprehensible. The point is for it is to be holy so that it can refer our lives to God.